For years, fans of Alaskan Bush People have whispered, speculated, and debated about what really happened between Bear Brown and his brother Matt, the two wildest spirits of the Brown family whose bond once seemed unbreakable until it wasn't. But recently, in a raw and emotional moment that shocked viewers, Bear finally broke his silence and confirmed the rumors that have haunted their family for years. Sitting by the fire outside the family's Washington property, Bear's voice trembled as he looked into the camera, the flames reflecting in his tired eyes. "People think they know what went down," he began quietly, "but only family knows the truth." He took a deep breath, and for the first time, admitted that the rift between him and Matt wasn't just about fame or disagreements. It was about pain, addiction, and the heavy cost of living under the world's gaze. "My brother went through hell," Bear said, his tone heavy with both anger and love. "And I wasn't there the way I should have been." He confirmed what many had long suspected, that Matt's departure from the show wasn't some dramatic exit fueled by pride or ego, but the heartbreaking consequence of years of internal struggle and emotional isolation. Bear described the nights when the cameras were off, when the wilderness went quiet, and Matt would sit alone, fighting battles no one else could see. "He wasn't the crazy guy people made him out to be," Bear confessed, his voice cracking. "He was hurting, and we didn't understand that hurt." He spoke of the guilt that followed, of watching his brother drift further away from the family and from himself. "We all thought we were helping him by pushing him to be stronger, but what he needed was someone to just sit down and say, 'You're not alone.'" As the wind rustled through the trees, Bear admitted that the brothers hadn't spoken for months at one point, a silence that tore at the family's heart. "Mom would cry sometimes," he said softly. "She'd say, 'You two were born side by side, and I don't want you to die apart.'" That line hit Bear harder than he ever expected. He revealed that when their father, Billy Brown, passed away, he and Matt reconnected briefly, quietly, sharing a tearful phone call that Bear described as both painful and healing. He said, "I still love you, bro, and that was enough. I'll never forget that." Bear confirmed that Matt had since chosen a life away from the cameras, focusing on recovery, peace, and self-forgiveness. "He's finding himself again," Bear said with a faint smile, "and I'm proud of him, more than I ever said before." He added that despite their differences, there was never hatred between them, only heartbreak. "People think family drama means hate," Bear explained, "but sometimes it's just love that's been hurt too many times." Near the end of his confession, Bear looked up at the night sky, his voice growing soft. "If Matt sees this, I just want him to know, I get it now. I finally understand what he was going through, and I'm sorry." That raw apology, broadcast to millions, struck a chord with fans who had followed the Browns for years, turning what once was tabloid gossip into something deeply human. The comments flooded in, people praising Bear for his honesty, others sending messages of support to Matt, who's reportedly living quietly, focusing on rebuilding his life far from fame. "We were wild kids trying to survive in the wild world," Bear said in closing. "Now we're just trying to survive in the real one." With those words, the truth was finally out. Not a scandal, not a fight, but a confession of brotherhood, pain, and redemption. For Bear Brown, confirming the rumors wasn't about ending speculation. It was about healing a bond that fame, loss, and silence had tried for years to break, but never truly could.